Hey yo guys, this is CryptoBroke. We got a new slogan for today on this second blog, which is going from living broke to living wealthy. I will be uh, consistently on every video on my intro for that. So far, this is my Etoro portfolio, which is I am up 2.88%, which is certainly down for the past few days. Yeah, and new updates are lying around in the news feeds as well in this eToro update. And well, we're covering also the crypto markets and my portfolio as well, and the news of the Bitcoin and surrounding the cryptocurrency world. So so far this is my portfolio, $432 so far. We are getting greens on uh, my favorite traders. I choose this two because they are elite group or elite badge on the and most popular. Yeah, elite pro popular investor. And so far his his performance is really only one drawdown on the 2018 yes market. He got a lot of copiers, more than 10,000, and yearly on average, if we do averaging 55 plus 40, 45 plus 66 minus 32 plus 148 plus 7, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 for 7 years, divide 7, we got roughly an average of 40% per year, which is excuse me, which is really amazing, and surpass the S&P index. And the next one is JNMSS, which is one of my favorites because uh, uh, it's on the spot on what he likes. I almost like all his trades so far. I also follow him on Twitch and YouTube as well. If you copy him, yeah, this is his recommendations and minimum copy. And so far, this month gives us 11% on his portfolio on this month of January. Last year, he got a skyrocket of 100%. Oh, if you, yeah, it's a, if you invest in 10,000, you double your 10,000. That's great. Yeah, and he also got a drawdown on 2018, and I believe on this year and the following years will be great. Will be great for us to copy those. And let's check on the cryptocurrencies. So far, our cryptocurrencies, we see lot of reds so far, and some greens within the 24-hour period. Yeah, within this the top 100. And this is my portfolio so far. I am down with 1.5% which is $23. Okay, let's proceed on the news from Crypto Potato. Will Bitcoin price rally continue in 2021? Eight key considerations. Which way will Bitcoin price go next is a question with a lot of zeros on it for many people right now. Who knows? But here are 8 major factors to consider. Oh. A Fortune magazine story about Bitcoin began making the rounds Friday. In it, senior Fortune and data sheet writer Aaron Pressman cops to tripling his money in Bitcoin, then losing half of it. It's a cautionary tale alike for prudent long-term investors in cryptocurrency and day traders who are very smart at getting uh, getting very stupid with money. The endlessly interesting and complicated question, where is Bitcoin's price going next? Is no idle curiosity. It's a question with a lot of zeros on it. Here's a tweet from an extremely early adopter that aged painfully and humorously as only hindsight this pain can be. It's from 2012. He was an absolute lunatic to give up a dime for something that admittedly did look the part of an obvious internet scam. Bitcoin still looks that way today if you ask GOAT investing, heavyweight champion Mr. Buffett and Munger, but in hindsight, Kane actually wasn't crazy enough. Nick Allen. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. Bitcoin down with into $2.70. $2 a pop. So glad I didn't buy on that mess. Now look at Bitcoin now. All-time high with 40,000. Yeah. It, how much how would you feel if you buy much of at least 100 on Bitcoin, which I think it was 2011. It goes around $10, the all-time high. Then it goes back to 2. Okay, as let's continue. As dreadful as missing an opportunity like this was, despite being in the right place at the right time, one of the fortunate few who even knew what Bitcoin was in 2011. If you really need a good wins, remember the last time Bitcoin was this hot. People took out mortgages on their houses to buy BTC in December 2017. Yeah, that was hot. It was a long ride. I was being active on that period of time. Okay, mortgaging. Let's continue. Mortgaging your house to buy Bitcoin at a record price is a bold move. We've seen mortgages being taken out to buy Bitcoin. People do credit cards, equity lines. This is not something a guy who's making $100,000 a year, who's got a mortgage or two kids in college ought to be invested in. How to chart a path between those two extremes to profit without loss. Okay, this is the eight key consideration. Okay, let's proceed to the first one. Bearish for Bitcoin headwinds. Overbought concerns send holders and traders profit taking. Sellers could be forgiven for taking profits or going risk off in this market. The price for a coin went twice as far into uncharted territory in under a month compared to its previous all-time high in December 2017. And that was on top of blistering 3 months rally. Bitcoin price chart went parabolic from 10,000 handle just last September back to 20,000 coin by December for the second time ever. Yeah, it was the first time a whole coin pitched that much greenback fiat at the market since Rockstar was pumping the number one spot and the most crowded trade of the last month. Long Bitcoin could easily be well overbought at the moment. It was popular with hedge fund managers in January than Fang GMT. I think this is the Facebook, Apple, Amazon. Uh, yeah, if we Fang signal, yeah. Okay, that's another. Second, the double spend panic driving risk of trader. Ho ho. That's fake news, guys. Double spend, that's not in the vocabulary in the Bitcoin world. If you just knew this, you're just new to this, that's definitely FUD going around, which is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Okay, let's proceed. Number three, treat rich regularity environment. As the United States moves forward with its transition to Biden administration, regularity uncertainty looms ahead for cryptocurrency. The Trump administration was openly hostile to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency after remaining largely quiet about the fintech industry until 2019. Then, in July of that year, the president broke his silence on crypto to say he's not a fan. Trump mentioned Bitcoin and Facebook Libra project by name. He also associated them with illegal activity like the illicit drug trade. President Joe Biden nominated Janet Yellen to head the U.S. Treasury Dept in November. The former Fed chair has been critic of open source finance. Industry fears of stifling regulation mounted when Yellen repeated the Trump administration's line on crypto during his Senate confirmation hearing this week. But within hours, in a written and then returned to his, she moderated her position. Meanwhile, Biden ordered a regulatory freeze on all proposals until his administration has had a chance to review them. That includes a proposal by Yellen's predecessor at the Treasury Department to regulate self-hosted crypto wallets. Bitcoin users are waiting to see what Biden will do, and markets abhor uncertainty. 4. Bitcoin safe haven non-correlation thesis and question. Excuse me. Okay. Perhaps the biggest tailwind facing Bitcoin price at the moment is still open correction of correlation. Is Bitcoin a correlated asset, one that rises fall with other securities like stock, bonds, and commodities, or non-correlated? Therefore, a valuable hedge fund investment portfolio, a valuable hedge to excuse me, the the diversify hedge to the diversify investment portfolios. That's the role gold plays in money managers portfolio to hedge against inflation and stock market capitulation. Bitcoin's market movements weren't correlated to other asset classes for most of 2019, neither directly nor inversely. But during March, world's asset valuation collapsed. The coin fell precipitously like everything else. That dealt a major blow to non-correlation thesis, a doubt that persists today. Bullish. 4 Bitcoin tailwinds. A tsunami of institutional investment the last 2 quarters. Yes. as Grayscale saw its asset under management skyrocket as Wall Street used it as a proxy to invest in Bitcoin. The New York-based investment firm kicked off last year with $2 billion in asset and ended with more than $20.2 billion. That's 900% increase was driven by demand from institutional investors such as hedge funds, endowments, and pension funds, the company said in a quarterly report Thursday from CNBC. Okay, despite the headwinds for Bitcoin, hedge funds are pouring capital into the market. In the never-ending chase for yield, managers had to look outside of stock bonds. As the year turned over, the Nasdaq Composite melt up, capping off extraordinary year of weekly records, has priced out any hope of a standing ROI. Yes, yes. I think that which is another. Okay, okay. Their numbering. I confused about their numbering. They said eight key consideration. Okay, so let's okay, the we finished the four. Okay, let's do the six. A star-studded wave of celebrities jumping on Satoshi so bandwagon. Meanwhile, the retail crowd is getting more hip to Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry than ever. Google search volume for Bitcoin is currently some 10x in September 2020 level. Bitcoin search from the source Google Trend. A star-studded wave of celebrity endorsement is driving awareness of Bitcoin and crypto to a global audience of adoring fans. Social media channels at scale are amplifying their signal, hastening adoption in a way that was impossible just years ago. Last May, for example, J.K. Rowling made a big splash when she asked someone to explain Bitcoin to her. Elon Musk chimed in to answer, among other Bitcoin and crypto enthusiasts. Enthusiasts. Just this week, Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland has combined art and finance to spectacular effect. He managed to auction artworks for a total of 1,300 ETH, worth some USD 1.6 million at the market at that time. Oh, nice. Digital art. Okay, the third, the seventh one, neck break USD monetary expansion by the Federal Reserve in 2020. As an investor extraordinaire, Warren Buffett said about interest rates in a February 2016 interview with CNBC. Interest rates are like gravity and valuation. If interest rates are nothing, values can be almost infinite. If interest rates are extremely high, that's a huge gravitational pull on value, and we had that in early 1980s. Berkshire Hathaway is sitting with billions of dollars of euros in an insurance company that we have in Europe, and they will bear a negative rate. Mr. Buffett added with his characteristic sense of humor, we would be better off if we had a big mattress in Europe that we just stuck all of this stuff in it. If only I just find the person whom I trusted to sleep on the mattress. Uh, there's that Tyler Winklevoss tweet. Who needs cheese when you have Bitcoin? Rats are stacking sats at Berkshire Hathaway, thanks to our dear founder Satoshi Nakamoto. That's why Bitcoin have had trouble grappling with the Oracle of Omaha, extreme disdain for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The Lion's shares agrees with this understanding of the roll rates and the money supply play in valuations. The fundamental macro concern with finding shelter from central bank money devaluation is perhaps Bitcoin's biggest selling point. Asset denominated in central bank currencies are inflationary by design. Bitcoin is limited supply and a fixed rate of issuance, which diminishes by half every 4 years, is intensely deflationary by design. So it's one of the unique selling point of Bitcoin. It's no wonder that the unprecedented monetary expansion to whip deflation last year sent Bitcoin on a moonshot, twice as high as the last one in 2017. Strong fundamentals. Bitcoin hash rate, and new addresses. Okay. At the height of the Bitcoin bubble in 2017, Blakey Advisory Group Chief Investment Officer Peter Bokbar called a Bitcoin gigantic price chase based on nothing. And that Bitcoin is based on nothing is a common refrain of cryptocurrency critics, but Bitcoin is not based on nothing. It's based on the great pains and expense of some 10,000 full nodes around the world taken to secure, maintain, and update a complete, transparent public ledger of accounts. Bitcoin is a software as a service, and a service is fast, accurate, low fee accounting available to anyone with a computer and access to the internet. That's the business model. And the underlying fundamental reveal much about how Bitcoin is doing in January 2021. Not as against other asset classes or the global macro financial outlook, but in microeconomics terms, those of business and the people who demand and provide its services. Even as Bitcoin's price fell around 16% from January 8 to January 12, its fundamental held stronger than ever. Bitcoin mining difficulty revealed a record amount of global computing power working to maintain Bitcoin during the rout. To rush to mine Bitcoin and maintain the books for its user continued to gather pace through this week's panic. On the demand side, Glassnode data revealed the number of active addresses on blockchain rising to an all-time high on January 8. That was Friday. By Monday, January 11, Bitcoin trading volume on exchanges passes its previous all-time high according to data gathered by CryptoCompare. I think that's it for today's blog number 2, which is really long. And thank you for watching and listening to my blog number 2, and hope to see you again as well next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification to be notified every time I upload videos like this one. If you like this one, please like this video. It's to help the YouTube algorithm. And once again, thank you for watching, and see you to the next video.